Hey guys, what's happening? It's Andy here with another video from Andy's Development Studio, and today I want to share with you a project that I have been working on for the last few months. Now, many of you have noticed that I haven't been updating lately, and that is because I've been doing a whole lot of work in trucking, and B, I've been working on Xyrtania, which is my latest project. It's an MMORPG, fantasy style adventure game world where I'm working on creating um, a kind of blend of, um, let's say, games like Civilization 3, SimCity, Mountain Blade, and Gothic 3, and Europa 1400, The Guild. Those are all inspiration to me that have helped me start working on this. So, what I'll show you right now is I have a project card in the Forge. This is my, as all of you know, Andy's Dev Studio.pages.dev is my development website. Um, it's where I put all of my projects as I develop them, and I write about them in the Chronicles. When I get a project to a stage where I can actually release it to the world, I take it and I put it in the cargo bay, and that's where you can, not the cargo bay, into the ledger. That's where you can actually buy the product, and you can get it on itch.io. Sometimes I'll have things on Steam and things like that. So this game Xyrtania that I've been working on is going pretty well in its progress. I've got a world in there now. I've got a character. The character still has kind of funny looking eyes, but he is a moving character. He's got full animations, and he can jump. He can push on rocks. Um, I've been working on the world editor, which I think is really awesome. That takes you from action view into a 3/4 view. Gosh, I'm over here talking about it. I'm not even showing you what I've done yet. So this is a Xyrtania specs page. This is for the developers. That's for me, for testers. I'm going to be using this for developer purposes, so I won't go over it for very much. But anyways, if you come over here, you can just kind of look through this, and it's kind of fun. It shares a lot of background information about the game and that kind of thing. At least that's the intent. I just created it tonight. So I click on the Xyrtania gateway, and here is the Xyrtania cinematic landing page. I'm really proud of this one. I think this is a very good positive step in the right direction. I list the requirements down at the bottom. We have some interactive content on this page. And ultimately, it's the landing page to launch the game from. So if you are seeing this for the first time on steam.com or in the Play Store as an app, or if you came to my website and found it, this is the page that you're going to end up on. You click Play Xyrtania, and it takes you to the Enter Xyrtania page. I like that. Tuning the Ancient Chorus. Yeah, that's really cool. The idea is just to have some fun slogans right there and that kind of thing. But anyways, you click on Enter Xyrtania, and this brings you to the game. It's pretty cool. I think this is going to be a lot of fun. We have some options that we can set. That's not very filled out yet, so I'll be working on that some more. It was filled out in the last version. Click multiplayer. I use the tester profile, but one thing that's kind of interesting about logging in is, let me turn it down so you guys can hear me. Okay, so it's going to have a really nice soundtrack, thanks to Suno.com. That's what I'm using. They do want you out of a commercial license. I'm going to get one anyway, so we'll get around to it. One of the great things about logging into this game is you don't actually have to give me your email. You don't have to give me any personal information. Everything you need is right here. It's tied to your browser, and it's tied to basically to the same security stuff that works with cryptocurrency. So you're getting a public key, and then there's a private key, and the browser does a handshake, that kind of thing. My passphrase is just sitting right there in the wide open. That's funny. I don't know what that's about, but that's not my passphrase. That's if I wanted to create a new account right now. So, sorry, you can't hack with it. And this is an alpha version anyways. I click use tester profile. We can go into the game. But yeah, so when you create a new account on there, you can give it whatever name you want to use in the game. It doesn't matter if you and somebody else have the same name because you both have your own public key, and that is unique to your browser. You can have whatever name you want. So there can be multiple people with the same name. So we enter the world. Here we are. This is the world. Welcome to Xyrtania. There's not a lot here yet, but we do have rocks. We have different trees. We have first person, if you want to use that. So you can kind of look around. Just kind of show you a little bit of what we actually do have here. We can actually push on the rocks, which is kind of cool. I can try to jump on the rocks. I changed the jump height a little bit because it looked kind of weird in multiplayer. So I'm trying to keep myself in the frame here as well. But yeah, I changed the jump height a little bit because it just looked a little bit weird, but it looks a lot better now. It may have actually been related to my low spec laptop. I'm trying to develop this game for low specs. Just so I can make sure that everybody can actually play it. You can change the graphics quality. Sometimes I like to go into potato mode. It just runs better on my laptop, but right now I'm on my tablet, so my tablet runs great. I'm just gonna go ahead and put that on high, and we'll just go ahead and put the shadows on high. Frame rate's doing pretty good. 28, 35. That's it's not great. It's not terrible. For high settings, I'll take it. You can actually adjust your character. I've already put some character customization abilities in here, but when this is fully developed, this character will be fully customizable. You'll be able to change his hair, his height, his build. You'll be able to make him fat, skinny, muscular, weak, whatever you want to do. One of the interesting things about that is he will actually change as you play the game. So depending on what you do. So if you're running around and doing like lots of athletic things, he's probably going to gain in agility, and he's probably going to get a little bit stronger. So his muscles are actually going to build out, and he's actually going to grow. I'm even considering a sort of like a growth template where we start out kind of young and then we actually grow older, following the Europa 1400 aging stuff. That was really interesting when I was playing that game a while back. I used to love that game. I'm a big Europa 1400 fan. So probably going to try to apply a lot of elements from that game in here. I don't want to get too far from my start location. I want to be able to find it again. It saves your position whenever you leave the world, so that's really cool too. Anyways, I just wanted to give you a brief intro to let you know there's going to be more videos that I'm going to be putting out here about it. So be waiting for those. Let's see. I'm going to go ahead and enter the password so I can bring up the map editor. I'm just going to show you how this works real quick because this is really neat. So I click on the map editor, and this brings me to a 3/4 view where I can zoom in and zoom out. There's my character. You can see the trees from this view. If you remember the old Age of Empires games, and if you don't, go play them right now because they're super, super fun. I know it's old school, but man, it's really good stuff. I used to love Age of Empires. It kind of looks like this in the game where you have this map. And so from this view, I can actually edit the world. I can apply different textures like dirt. That's what I'm doing now. I can apply sand. I can change it back into grass and snow, which is pretty cool for the mountains. I can also flatten the terrain a little bit, so I can flatten that mountain. I can lower the terrain and make more lakes. I can raise the terrain, adding even more hills, which is also so much fun. I'm going to be adding a lot of features to this map editor as we move along. So yeah, we'll see how that goes. It's going to go great. Other than that, I just have a bunch of performance statistics over here. Button to go in and out of full screen. So when I release this, it will have a single player version. I'm gonna probably sell the game for $5. It's just gonna be a one-time fee, and then you'll own the single player version of the game. You'll always be able to play the multiplayer version. Uh, I just don't call it yours necessarily because you have to go to the server to play the multiplayer version. But that server will always be available. Like I'm definitely gonna cover that. So don't worry about it. The single player is yours. You'll have those files. That'll be your program running on your computer. It's going to be released for Windows. It's going to be released for on the Play Store. It's going to be released on Steam, and it's probably going to be. It's always going to be accessible through the website as well. So yeah, we'll keep that in mind. Anyways, I think for now, my goal is to develop this in such a way as to make it play very smooth, very fun, kind of like Fortnite, with a sort of like a Killer Instinct style of combat. That's what I'm aiming for. So that's where two players, you'll be able to point at a player, maybe click on them, it'll line you both of you up, and you can actually go into sort of like a serious, almost Killer Instinct level style of combat, which I just think is super, super fun. So that's something that I'll be putting in this game as well for war scenes and fight scenes and duels and that kind of thing. So, anyways, I don't want to keep this too long. So I am just going to go ahead and kind of cut it off right here. I'll just sit here and talk your ear off and drive myself crazy if I keep going. So, anyways, guys, hey, like and subscribe if you want to know more. I'm going to be doing some tutorials eventually as well on how to do this kind of stuff, and would love for you guys to be a part of that. But definitely follow for updates on Xyrtania as well as some of the other programs that I'm writing. Remember, I do drive a truck for a living. I've always got to stay busy, so I have to write this stuff at night when I get home from work, and but you know, I do the best I can. So I just try to do the best I can with almost practically bedside coding. I just do it at night when I get home, and whatever little time I have. So hey, I'm glad you caught up with me. I'm glad to catch up with you guys, and there's gonna be more content coming soon. And I'm always gonna try to work on making the content of these videos better quality. But I'm just getting started, so which is great. So yeah, like and subscribe, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. All right, later, y'all.